Yes, what's going on, people? It's your boy itzescotv, and today we're back with another video. So it's another episode on the black IS200 drift build. In the last video, we put a Cobra bucket seat to the car. If you didn't see that, go check it out. Should be a link in the description or a card in the top right hand corner. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think it's a bit interesting the way I did it. If you have an IS200, you may want to do it yourself. So yeah, today we got another spicy episode. If you didn't tap on the title, we're going to be fitting some coilovers. So for the coilovers, we got some BC Racing coilovers for the drift car. Unfortunately, this isn't sponsored, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully one day, you know, we can come together and do a sponsor. Who knows? But yeah, I thought, why not just go all out pretty much. To be fair, it was either BCs or HSD coilovers. I've heard mixed things. Some people say don't get BCs, some people say don't get HSDs. But overall, to be fair, I kind of like the BCs anyways. I think they just look more, I don't know, I think they look just a bit better. I know it's not really about looks and all that, but to me, I'm sort of a BC fanboy, not gonna lie. So I thought, why not just go with them? Makes things a bit easier. So for the coilovers, the spring rates that I got, I think it was 10 at the front and 6 on the rear. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know much about the spring rates and all that stuff, but I did do a bit of research, ask around and stuff like that. Because I'm going to be dailing in the car, I don't want it too stiff, but I don't want it too soft, and I don't want it to like fuck anything else up. So I just thought, you know, go with like the softest option that I can on the website, and then from there I can level up pretty much. The only way really is going to be up, so I can't really go down from this. Shout out to Driftworks as well. I bought them from them. They came within like 2 days, to be fair, and I was surprised. I thought it was going to be like a few weeks, because it was like, what, the low priority delivery. So yeah, anyways, I am rambling way too much. Let's get the package open and see these beautiful things. Wow. BT Racing. Yeah, that's sick. We've got a few stickers, to be fair. I'll have to show them in a second. I'm actually so excited, I'm not gonna lie to you. I may not look it, but I really am excited. I'm trying to stay, you know, stay calm, pretty much. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah man, yeah man, yeah man, yeah man. I'm actually so excited for this, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really am. Alright, that's enough Googling. Let's get them on the car. So we've got all the wheels off now. We're gonna start off with the front. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go about this, I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, technical instructions say to take this off and then take that off, and then the drop link, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I was told as well, if I just do, because there's 2 bolts here for the lower ball joint. If I take that off, it should just drop. So I may just do that, and then obviously take the bolt through there, underneath, I'll show you in a sec, and then obviously there's 3 nuts at the top. So I'm gonna give that one a try, and we'll do that first. There's the bolt there, the nut and bolt that's sitting on the bottom of the shaft. That bolt there, and that one there, I'll take that out, and it should just drop out, or at least this whole thing here should be able to move it away. And then don't forget about that little bolt there as well. Let's just get to it. Oh my god, I got so scared, I thought that snapped. It disappeared in the gun. Them 2 bolts are out. 17 mils, by the way. That will just drop like that. Just be careful with the ABS wheel speed sensor wiring as well, because you don't want that to break, because that will throw a code and you don't want that. So now just taking off that 10mm bolt that's holding the sensor in. Thank God that came out easy. I'm glad that didn't snap. Before you do actually, you know, start stripping stuff, I do recommend like spraying up the bolts, the nuts and bolts with some WD-40, to be fair, just to make things a bit easier, you get me? Now that's out of the way, well, sort of. That's off, And then now, I believe that might be a 17, correct? Just gonna get a spanner on the nut side, just to hold that, it doesn't spin. And now, there we go. It is a bit fidgety, I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys can't see what I'm doing. There we go. We've got it out. So we've got the old setup and then the new setup. There's not that much difference, to be fair, at the moment. Obviously we will adjust it just a little bit lower. I don't think I'll go too low, to be fair. We'll see. So I didn't mention this before because I completely forgot. But with the wheels, I actually changed the tires. So for the front, I went with a 205 40, and on the rears I went for a 215 45. So the old setup was 215 45 on the front and 225 45 on the rear. I noticed that I was rubbing on the rear a lot when I had people in the back or like shopping and stuff like that. So I decided to obviously go for a thinner tire. Now there's no rubbing, luckily, thankfully as well. I decided to go for more of a stretched-ish look. For the fronts, because it's a 40, not a 45, they look really small. They look really small compared to how it was. So, but it is kind of stretched. I'll probably need to go like, obviously, a thinner tire to get a proper stretched look. But for now, it's okay. Alright guys, so everything's tightened. All of the torque settings should be on the screen right now. We're going to put the wheel on and we're going to see how it looks, pretty much. I feel like I've not lowered it enough. It might just be the way it is on the ramp, but we'll get all of them done and then we'll just go from there pretty much. Alright guys, so it's been quite a while since we last spoke. The front coilovers are now fitted. Both of them are on, wheels are on. Where the threads are, that is 68.8mm. I don't know how it's going to look yet. I'm in a rush because I'm losing time. So I actually did the left rear, so the near side rear, just to see how easy it is to get on. And it wasn't too bad, but I'm going to show you what I did. Yeah, I come into the boot, remove this trim. I just removed 2 clips, one there. So it was like up here. I'll show you on this side. So one there and then one there, and then just move it out of the way back. These are 14mm nuts that need to be removed. I'm going to do that now. Give me a second. Then 3 are removed. And then you come to the side of the car. You'll have 2 13mm bolts that sit there. They need to be removed. I'll do that now. Them 2 bolts are now removed. On this side, it was 12mm, but on the other side, it was 13. I don't know why. It might be because they're rusty, I don't know, but one worked, one didn't. So just pick between 13 or 12. Make sure to spray the bolts with some WD-40 or lubricant just to get some of the rust off, depending on obviously how clean your car is, but it just makes things a lot easier. All right guys, so now what you want to do is you will have 4 bolts in total. You will have the adjustment bolt, which looks like this. That is a 19mm. And then you will have the shock bolt, which looks like this, which again is 19. And then you'll have another bolt for the anti-roll bar link, which is this, and it is a 12mm both sides, so it's got a knot in there. And then you have the end part of the lower arm, which is a 19mm nut. Just loosen it, you don't have to remove it, and then doing so will allow you to move the arm. If you need to, you might loosen this a bit more just to give the arm a bit more of a drop, pretty much. And then you just want to mess around and just get that to come down, which I will show you in a sec. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you because my phone's moving weird and it won't charge properly. I don't need to get a camera, but for now, phone it is. So all I did was literally just pull on the arm while allowing the shock to come out of the hole. So first I went up into the arch just so I can get the bottom part of the shock to come over this piece, and then you lower the rest of the shock around here, and then you can pull it out from this part of the arch. This is the new one and the old one together. There's not that much obviously difference. I didn't actually adjust this side because I was in a rush and I realized I got a bit more time, so I may actually adjust this side after fitting that side. I'm gonna get that shock in now quickly and get it all set up, and then I'll do all of the adjustments after. All right guys, everything is all torqued down. All the torque settings should be on the screen. I'm gonna slap the wheel on right now, and then we're gonna lower the car and we're gonna see how it looks. Everything's all tight. The 2 bolts that go there don't need to be refitted because it doesn't do anything for the BC coilover. So I just want to let you guys know that that can be not thrown in the bin. I personally keep the old suspension. I've put it somewhere over there. You can just about see it, just to keep it, just in case I want to put the car back to stock for whatever reason. So we're gonna tidy up and drop the car and see how it looks.
Check it out.
Get the car lowered, see how it looks. The rear has dropped quite a bit. Obviously it's drooped, so it needs to settle. That might be a bit better. That is quite decent to be fair. It could go lower, but I feel I'm gonna have to obviously roll the arches. I feel like I'm gonna have to do it now. Alright guys, so it's been probably like a week since the last clip that you've seen. I think it's been a bit longer, but in that space of time, I've done a few things. Before I get into that, I'm gonna show you how the car is currently sitting as of now. So this is how the car is currently sitting right now. The fitment's all right. I do like it, to be fair. I might go a bit lower. I don't think I need to be honest. I really don't. Don't watch that. Hopefully we're gonna get a new one to you, but it's like barely a finger on the front, and then on the rear with nothing in the back, it's about a finger. So I might go a little bit lower. I've had bits of pieces and stuff like that in the back, and it looked like proper clean, to be fair. I did roll the arches a tiny bit. I'm gonna have to do it again properly sometime soon, to be honest. The front, I did have to replace the tyres. I went back to 215 45 on the front because the 205 40 was really small and I didn't like the way it looked. So it's square fitment on the tyres all around, and then obviously different sized wheels. As I said, I'm happy with how it looks. Happy with how it came out. Again, I might lower it a tiny bit. I've scraped quite a lot, to be fair, so I don't know whether I am, but the front might go down a tiny bit and then the rear can go down a tiny bit. Yeah man, she's looking all right, to be fair. So look on this side, can't really see properly, but let's have a look. Oh, so I'm not even a finger, so I think either this ground's a bit uneven or that side needs adjusting to match this side, but this is like a finger. Sorry, not a finger. Fingers didn't fit in there, so, and on the front is a finger. So I think this might be uneven ground, or I need to sort out the fitment completely, which I'll probably need to do. I'll probably check at work to see what the fitment's saying and go from there pretty much. And guys, that is the end of the video really. The coilovers are fitted and we need to do one more thing, and that is fit the diff, and that is it, and then the car is done. For me anyways, obviously for you guys you'll probably see this either end of June or in July, but for me the car will be done by the end of June, which is absolutely fantastic. Well guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, it means a lot. If you can and you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, let me know what you guys want to see on the channel, and let me know what you think I should do next with the car. And guys, I'm not gonna ramble on too long. We're gonna leave it as that, and we out. Peace, stay blessed.
Escobar, 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 Escobar. I got profits like I'm